eyes will be on Macy's this week as the Cincinnati headquartered company lays out its 3-year plan for investors. On this week's front page centerpiece are more closures in store for the beleaguered department store giant. Before everyone sounds the alarm on Macy's imminent demise, it's important to point out that the company posted more than $1 billion in profit in 2018 and is doing better than most department store chains. But last month, the company announced a couple dozen closures, including the Northgate location. Now investors want to know how Macy's will keep the department store relevant in the age of Amazon and how it will engage customers, as many of the malls its stores call home are dying. And that is exactly what Courier reporter Andy Brownfield tackles in this cover story. He's with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith to talk about what's in store for Macy's. Hi, guys.
Thanks, Kyla. Andy, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So as she said, they've announced 29 closures now, including Northgate. Talk a little bit about that and what we found out about that.
Well, it was all really hush-hush. At the beginning of the year, they started telling store associates that their stores would be closing in the first quarter, but they didn't really put out anything publicly. I mean, last time they did something like this, they put out a press release saying they were closing 100 locations, and this time it was all very quiet.
Okay.
And we in the media kind of pieced together that there were 28 Macy's and 1 Bloomingdale's that would be closing. And Macy's, for its part, would acknowledge those closings, but said, hey, for more, just wait for this Investor Day, which is happening on February 5th.
Okay. Now, they talked a little bit about expanding their Growth 150 stores. And I think Kenwood is one of those Growth 150 stores. Talk about what that is and what that means.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are expecting that they're going to talk about their strategy overall for their stores at this upcoming Investor Day. And with 680 stores, and I believe that's just Macy's locations, they've got a pretty full stable. Now, in the last couple of years, they have started this program called Growth 150, where they've invested millions of dollars into their stores, including Kenwood, as you mentioned. And these stores are getting new lights, new departments in some cases, new flooring, new fixtures. It's all to make them look very modern and nice and help just shoppers feel like they're really getting a premium experience as befitting of Macy's.
Okay.
So it's expected that at this meeting, they will probably announce that they're going to be expanding this initiative to other of their top performing stores. But then, as with the 29 stores that they've announced closing so far this year, they're probably going to have to call a couple more or many more. In fact, some analysts suggest that they may be closing 30 stores a year.
Okay, just to keep where they need to be.
Yeah.
Well, anytime they talk about Macy's closing, you know, we obviously lost Fountain Square not long ago, Northgate. Obviously, we've got a big office here. There's always discussion, if they keep going away, are we going to lose that corporate office here? What are they saying?
Well, Macy's, for its part, is not really saying much. They say, keep posted for this Investor Day. But, you know, I talked to a corporate headquarters relocation expert who said that it would be counterintuitive for Macy's to pull out of Cincinnati. For one, they have a bifurcated headquarters in New York and Cincinnati, but real estate costs in Manhattan are just astronomical, not to mention the cost of talent and operations. So he suggested that it'd probably be wise of Macy's to keep their Cincinnati headquarters, at least for the time being.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I know we can trust you to keep us posted on all the things happening after this release is next week, their meeting?
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll hear more, but I hope our viewers take time to look at your story. It was a great story, well written, covered a lot of angles that you don't think about. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
All right.